kleptocracy. Now I'll give you the definition, just a moment. Kleptocracy, where the government exists to increase the personal wealth and political power of its officials and the ruling class at the benefit of the wider population. Now, let's not mince our words, let's not be merely have the guts to say it as it is. Our bankers, our politicians, our captains of industry, our financiers, they're not economically incompetent, but well-intentioned. Oh, no, no, no. Let's have the guts to call them what they are. Thieves. Thieves. And what have these thieves achieved? What distinguishing mark can these thieves put on their CV? Well, we know that they've increased yet again by record amounts the wealth of the super wealthy. £404 billion, ladies and gentlemen. £404 billion. And against this backdrop of naked avarice and self-interest, what do we see? Well, we see an average of 2 food banks in the UK opening each week. Sure. We see child malnutrition. We see a return of rickets. Rickets, for God's sake! This isn't a third world disaster zone. This is the 6th largest economy on earth. If our leaders had a modicum of decency, an ounce of humanity, this shameful situation would not be allowed to happen. It's only come to pass because we live in a government of thieves. Thieves who are stealing away our pensions. Thieves who are stealing away our benefits. Thieves who are stealing away our public services and our National Health Service. This cannot be allowed to continue, ladies and gentlemen. The time to fight back is now. Now, it doesn't have to be like this. There are 2 futures that are possible, and I want you to all imagine yourselves in the future, when you're old and grey, talking to your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, and when they ask you, what did you do in the time of struggle? Will you tell them, I watched the telly, I stayed at home. With my apathy, I sold out your aspirations. Or will you say, I stood up, I fought back, and together, shoulder to shoulder with my brothers and sisters, we drove the thieves into the sea. Because it's time to drive the thieves into the sea. Because in the actions we've already taken, as a movement, we have bared our teeth. And in the actions we're about to take, we need to bite back. We need to bite back on the 10th of this month when some of our colleagues go on strike. And during that time, my organisation, Not Uncut, part of UK Uncut, will be out on the picket lines dispensing food and solidarity to We need to bite back on the 26th of this month when we hold a street party on the streets of Nottingham against austerity. Mark that date in your calendars, ladies and gentlemen, and be there. But most importantly of all, we need to bite back with one thing. And if we don't bite back with this, all is lost. We need to bite back with unerring and unfailing solidarity. We do not fight for the privilege of deciding where the axe is going to fall. We fight for the privilege of the axe not falling at all. I'm very sorry. Too hard, too fast, too soon just doesn't cut the mustard. We fight together, shoulder to shoulder, under the slogan, resist all cuts. Ladies and gentlemen, because time is pressing, with one small other observation. One other thing that we all need in order to defeat this kleptocracy, this administration of thieves. It is the duty of each and every one of us to hold our leaders to account. It is the duty of each and every one of us to remind our leaders that they must not enjoy the trappings of power whilst tiptoeing along the path of least resistance. And when our leaders fail, When our leaders fail in this duty, we must remind them that with the privilege of leadership comes the responsibility to stand up, to put your head above the parapet and to lead from the front. And when they don't do that, it is our duty to ask them why. Why did you vote for war in Iraq? Why did you vote for identity cards? And why did you choose to make life harder for the already victimised asylum seekers? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we frame similar questions to our own Queasley administration in the big house on the Market Square. That administration that wrings its hands and sheds its crocodile tears, whilst at the same time wielding the axe with as much viciousness and as much vigour as any Conservative administration. Ladies and gentlemen, the time for damage limitation is over. The time to fight back has begun. Austerity is economic terrorism. We do not negotiate with terrorists.